What's up, YouTube? What is happening, guys? Rules for Rebels here with episode 14 of Rebels Hustle, the side hustling series. I think you guys are really going to like today's story. What's kind of cool about today's story is it doesn't require some innovative, new, groundbreaking idea. You're not having to set up your own website. You're not having to manufacture any products. And I don't say this to take anything away from today's entrepreneur. Today's entrepreneur did a lot of smart things setting up her business. She's had a lot of success. She's making money doing something she loves. But at the end of the day, she hopped on an existing website, set up a profile, and that's essentially her business. I mean, this is literally something that any of you guys can do. I know a lot of you guys want to get started in entrepreneurship, but you don't have an idea. This is something that any of you guys could literally get started this afternoon. So the story I'm going to be sharing with you guys today is the story of the sharing economy. Now, when people refer to the sharing economy, they're typically talking about sites like Uber, Lyft, Airbnb, TaskRabbit, and essentially sites where you set up a profile and you either sell or exchange services with others. So today's story is about Dalmy from Chicago. And what's cool about today's story is this is actually about a girl who I know. And after attending a 4-year college downstate, I moved back to Chicago and wrapped up a few classes at a local community college and met her in a communications class. We both graduated, and after that semester, she moved out to Colorado with a girlfriend of hers. Now, after living and working in Colorado for a few years, she decided to move back home to Chicago. Didn't have a job lined up, but she'd been planning to move for a while and had a few months of savings saved up and was basically just planning on taking some time off, settling in after the move, and kind of enjoying herself while casually looking for a job. So planned to take some time. It didn't take but a week or two and she was bored. So she started looking into some ways to make a few extra bucks as well as occupy her time during this little sabbatical of hers. And she considered taking a part-time job bartending. Another friend of hers was renting a spare room on Airbnb and making some money, but she wasn't too keen on having strangers sleeping in her home. And then one day on Reddit, she saw a story about a site called Dog Vacay. Now, Dog Vacay is a site where people can offer their services to watch and care for other people's dogs while they're away. Rather than putting your dog in a kennel, your dog can stay in somebody's home and hopefully get more attention, a better atmosphere. It won't be stressful. There won't be, 100 dogs barking 24 hours a day. Now, on the site, people offering to open up their homes to dogs have a profile like most other social networks. On their profile, they have photos of themselves, their home, a bio section, a section for people to post pictures and tell prospective doggy guests where they'll be sleeping, where they'll be eating, how many walks they'll get, photos of the backyard they can play with, and basically get a sneak peek into where your dog will be staying and what they'll be doing. Now, prior to completing her profile, Dalmy decided to search around and see what others' profiles looked like. Now, one thing she noticed was that profiles being featured and showing up high in searches had long bios, a lot of info, and loads of photos of people, their homes, themselves playing with dogs. So she took some photos of her home. She took some photos of the area where her dog beds are, where her dog eats, her backyard, and her cute little garden, and a few of herself. And her, she had some pictures of herself playing with her dog and some other dogs at the dog park. So she posted those as well. And she wrote up a profile about how she was currently on a short sabbatical, was around during the day most of the time. She visited the dog park with her own dog regularly and had a nice backyard for her dog and others to play in. Now, over the course of the first few weeks, she got a few profile views and contacts, but no bookings. She decided to also post on Craigslist and Facebook that she was doing some dog walking and checking in on pets, feeding pets, etc. And she got a few friends who contacted her for dog walking. And after about 3 weeks in, she got her first booking on Dog Vacay for a Yorkie. She got along great with the owner when they dropped off the dog and picked up the dog. The owner left a glowing positive review, and slowly over the coming weeks, her profile got more activity, more views, more bookings. That basically continued to snowball, and she pretty consistently, shortly after, had 2 bookings per day for the month. Now, she charged $40 per day for dog boarding, so that was $80 per day total if she had 2 dogs in there, which she normally did. She was also doing some dog walking and doggy check-ins during the day for people who work long hours. And over the course of the first 6 months, she was quickly making about $3,500 a month. She brought in about $2,500 per month from dogs staying overnight in her home through Dog Vacay, and probably about another $1,000 through dog walking, stopping in and checking on dogs, feeding people's dogs, and basically stopping in and checking on people's homes. In her first year, she made right around $42,000. which, you know, isn't rich, but it's a pretty respectable income, especially if you're doing something that you absolutely love doing and something that you can do from home. She's been doing it for a few years, and while she hasn't really grown or scaled the business, she hasn't hired employees, she's happy with where the business is and what it is. I asked her if she'd like some help growing it or if she had any desire to grow it, and she said she's not looking to manage employees or be a bookkeeper. She wants to watch dogs. She works the occasional catering gig. She's got a part-time cupcake business and catering business with a friend of hers on the side. She tries out for some movie parts, takes on some quick movie extra gigs to make a couple extra dollars. She likes being able to dabble in a lot of different projects, but she has one consistent thing that's bringing in money and something that she loves doing, taking care of dogs and playing with dogs. She said it's the most stress-free job she's ever had. She's happier than she's ever been. And one interesting thing about today's story, and something we've seen in a couple of other stories we've covered, like the Candy Heart manufacturing story and the gin kits, is, well, some people want big things and want to make big money and are, you know, interested in making money. Other people, you know, they want to make enough money to be comfortable, but they're more interested in the freedom and the lifestyle that their hustle provides them. And in the stories that we just mentioned, you know, it's not really about, you know, becoming a millionaire. It's about, you know, I want to live my life on my terms and make money in a way that still leaves me from free time and free energy to pursue other things. In the case of Dalmy's business, sure, she could hire employees. She could expand her location, move to a bigger location. She could bring in a lot more dogs, a lot more customers, and make a lot more money. But that's not what she's interested in doing. She gets to live her life with a few extra dogs around, but isn't going to a job every day. She has additional side hustles and hobbies, and her dog vacay side hustle pays the bills and allows her to have the time to dabble in these other projects. So guys, that is today's side hustle. If you're an animal lover and want to give something like this a try, I'll link below to Dog Vacay and a few other related kind of sharing economy pet sites out there, as well as some sites where you can kind of offer your services as a dog walker to check in on pets. And I will link those in the description box below. If you're interested in doing something like this, it's literally as simple as hopping on one of these sites, creating a profile, and you know, sitting back and waiting for the bookings to come in. So that's today's side hustle, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have any questions, comments, if you've ever done anything on these sites or dabbled in the sharing economy in general, whether it be Uber, Lyft, TaskRabbit, feel free to drop a comment below and share your experiences. If you enjoyed the video today, if you learned something, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed, and I will catch you guys on Thursday for Side Hustle Thursdays. Thanks for watching.